Alright, so how am I going to start this off? So, I'm just going to record or tell a little story. Now, this is not the announcement that we wanted to do. We were going to sit down and record a little announcement that would explain why it was taking us so long to put up some videos, while we were also going to tell everyone that we put up a Patreon. And it's not like, oh, you can't watch our stuff unless you give us money. You don't have to give us anything. It's fine. But if anybody wants to support us with what we're doing, then, it's basically like a tip jar. So you can, because we don't have an AdSense right now because of complications. So if you want to support us, then you can go over to that. I've been linking it in the description of our videos now. But that's not what this video is for, because some other stuff is happening that's pretty much taken over my life. So let me just get to explaining that. I don't really know if I'm going to put any visuals to this yet or not, because I'm just doing this off the top of my head and I don't know if I can. And that will be explained while I talk about what's happening right now. So, as some of you already know, depending on which of our videos you've seen, you know that we have a shit setup, and it's even more shit than it was before because of things. So, anyway, this video is me explaining why we didn't put out the video that we said we were going to put out. Well, the videos, there was 3 of them. But okay, so here's what's going on. Let me just dive right into it, because I'm like really pissed off. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm ready because I got this episode 28 short thing finished, and then I'm gonna put that up, and it's funny. And I will start off by saying, as an artist, other artists probably know what I'm talking about, but I was wondering why it was taking so long for me to finish this short. Because if I work really hard and just draw like all day, like from morning to night, I can finish a short in a week. But I wouldn't want to do that every week because I literally would be drawing constantly for my life and I wouldn't be able to work on anything else. So, with the Halloween short, that took about a week. So, drawing this one, I'm like, why is it taking so long? It's been like a month. And then I realized, oh, I'm putting too much detail into every picture. And for people who don't draw, they probably wonder, well, couldn't you just notice that you're putting in too much detail? When you're like in the zone, you're not really paying attention. But as time went by, I'm like, man, they have like all these shadows and these layers and they look so nice. And then on top of it, I'm drawing like 5 different guys. So, I got that going, but I was halfway through. So I'm like, well, I can't just cut the budget now and just show stick figures for the rest of the video. People are going to be like, what the fuck? So I continued to draw it, and by the time I got to the end, which was like a month later after we did that video, I'm like, great, okay, ready to edit this stuff. I put it into iMovie, and it looks like this. Now this is pretty bad. This looks really bad. And I'm used to the contrast being bad, but not that bad. Like, it almost looks like finger paint, and it kind of broke my soul a little bit because I thought, well, that's not what I drew. No, I did not draw these pictures for a month for this to be how it turns out. I can't do it. I'm sorry, because I know that there's probably a few people who are like, just put it up anyway. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So I'm like, okay, let me download a new program. So I started doing research, and I'm like, programs that support PNG, because I don't really know what the problem is. I don't know how to stop iMovie from processing the pictures the way it does. When I download videos, it doesn't do that. If I put the videos in there, but it does it with pictures, whether it's PNG, JPEG, JPG, whatever, it just doesn't. And you can't put GIFs in there either. So it's just really sucky. But it's free. So I'm going to go look up a new program. And I find this thing called Movavi, which it supports PNG. I put that thing into my computer. It supported PNG, and the pictures look crystal clear. There's no distort whatsoever. and it had all these features where like little raindrops can fall and presents, or you can make the video look like it was an old style video, and all this stuff that iMovie didn't even have. So I'm excited, I'm starting to use it, and then damn, it doesn't have Ken burns. And what are Ken burns for people who don't make videos? Ken burns are those things where you'll see one of our cartoons and it'll show like the camera move from the left to the right in one slide, and then you'll transition to the next one. And so Ken burns is when you take a box and then you take another box on a picture, and then the camera will move from the first box to the second one. And I need that to make the videos look the way that I make them look for certain parts, or else it's not going to be that good. So in the middle of editing this, I just wanted to point out that whatever I downloaded didn't have Ken burns, and after I got rid of it and downloaded something else and moved around and all that stuff, I did more research. Like, you have to have this. It's a basic tool to use with video editing. And they have another free version that's like a demo of the full version, even though the other version that I had also keeps telling you to buy the full version. So I don't know what the difference is between those. But this one had Ken burns. I just couldn't use them because the demo had even less features than the first one that I downloaded. And the only way to get all of the features is to buy the full thing. But I'm not going to buy your stuff if it's not going to do what I need it to do. So yeah, I just wanted to put that in here. And I'm going to go back to editing this video now. I downloaded this program, and I'm trying to remember what it's called right now, but it's leaving my mind. I think it's called VideoPad. It supported PNG, but I didn't see any Ken burns. So I immediately got rid of it because I didn't really understand the program too well. And I figured, well, there's got to be one out there that's easier to understand than this one. Because even though iMovie sucks ass, it's user friendly. You can just put it up there and start clicking things and figuring stuff out. So I got rid of it, trying to find an easier program to use. So then I find Movavi. And you already know what was wrong with that because I just explained it. And now I'm just going to do you all a favor, as well as myself, for editing this video, and just skip past me basically looking at tutorials and trying to figure things out. All in all, I found a tutorial for VideoPad, but I'm pretty sure the reason why, even though I clicked everything that the person clicked in the videos that I saw, I couldn't get to where they got to. I think it's because I'm using pictures and they were using videos. So, you know, it was just a whole complicated story, but I went through a bunch of crap with that. So I just said, fuck all this, because it's like literally driving me crazy. So I got rid of it and I went back to iMovie because like 3 days before I did all this stuff, I was surprised to find out that I could record my screen. I was going to do a playthrough of Auntie Clove's Christmas special, for you who know what Auntie Clove is. And they said that it would be free until the 7th, but they meant like on the 7th, then you have to pay if you play it before the 7th. So yes, I'm not going to be doing that because I missed the deadline. So I found out how to record my screen with the QuickTime thing that I have, which is what I would use for my drawing videos. So I'm like, oh, maybe I could just record my screen, like show all the images on my screen, record it, go to the next image, record it for like 10 seconds, next image, and then put that whole thing up, and then cut out the images and edit it, and all this like ass backwards bullshit. So then that's what I do. 100 pictures or so, like I think 80 or something, just clicking through, waiting 10 seconds, clicking through, waiting 10 seconds, then I get the whole video, put it in the iMovie, and then, I can't even show you what's wrong unless I was to record my screen right now to show you, and then process it, and then put it in there, and then edit this video, which is why I'm probably not going to put visuals with this stuff. You know, if you really care to know what's going on, then just watch the damn video. But yeah, so I put it in iMovie, and it starts jittering. Whenever I try to cut the clips out from the recording and use Ken burns, it won't smoothly show the screen go from the left to the right. It'll jitter over, so I can't tell what it looks like because it's not working properly. So I exported the whole video, watched the video, and it's moving just fine. But when I'm editing it, it jitters. My computer isn't running slow, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just doing it for some fucking reason. So at that point, I was like, okay, well, I'll just start editing the video, even though it is jittering and I can't quite see what it looks like until I download it. Then I'll download it and watch it, and then fix any problems that I see. I tried that, and that is the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life. Because I would literally have to export it, check it, put it back in there, move it around, export it, check it, move it around some more after putting it back in there and clicking it and doing this and that. It would take like a year to get that done. For every fucking picture that I'm using, I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind. So I said, fuck it, because it's been 4 days straight, and until you go through it, you don't know how frustrating it is. Like I was so pissed off because I sat here and we told everybody that we're gonna have this stuff out, and then this shit happened, and I like read this one comment that just like broke my heart, where they were just like, "Oh, this is great. Keep up the good work." I'm probably misquoting them right now, but I was so happy to see it, and then I was just immediately sad because they're like, "Keep up the good work," and I'm like, I can't do it. It's not okay. So I just gave up, and I was like, fuck it. We're just gonna tell everyone that this is terrible and that we can't like do what we're trying to do. All because the resolution is so bad. Now, some people might be watching this face palming and saying, your problem is the contrast. You need to adjust the contrast for your pictures in the video. I tried that, but every picture has its own contrast issue. So if I adjust the contrast for one picture, and then the next one, they're going to have like different filters and stuff, and it's going to look weird. Like, it's just going to be weird. I need a program that just puts them in there correctly, or I need somebody, because I looked up tutorials and I could not find anything to help me figure out what the fuck iMovie's problem is, and if I could like go in and like stop it from doing that. If someone can explain that to me, that'd be great, but I have exhausted all options that I can possibly think of. I'm not a hacker, I'm not a computer whiz, I'm not a fucking mathematician. This is very frustrating. So, I gave up on it. We were just gonna make a video to tell everyone, hey, we're taking a break. Because there's other stuff that, we want to do. And even me personally, there's a couple of things that I wanted to do. Like, I was gonna do a game review for something, because I had some stuff that I thought would be funny that I wanted to say. Like maybe some playthroughs of Anti-Clove, which are now going to wait a little bit. I wanted to do, we got some stuff that we recorded where we were reacting to some dumbass. We got a few things that we want to put up, but I was trying to get this out first, and then we could like work on everything else, but it's just, oh my god. And getting to the end of this clusterfuck of a story, hopefully it makes sense, I came to the conclusion that maybe the problem could be that it's just this one video. Because I've done it before where like I exported a video, like the Shino reaction video, and it's like jittering around, and I just need to export it again and it'll be fine. So I was going to do that first, and then we were just going to, if that didn't work, then we were going to tell everyone we're not doing any cartoons for a while. But I didn't even need to, because when I did the drawing video that I just put up, I just tested it, because I recorded my screen with that, and I tried to use Ken Burns on it, it jittered as well. For some reason, the Ken Burns, and if you do transition, with the transition, it just won't show the transition. And at the end of the drawing video, you can see the transition where the picture like fades into black. I couldn't see it. I just put it there and then watched it after I exported it to see if it was okay. Because that was just 2 transitions that I used to show it and make it go away. But for me to do that with 80 pictures, I'll lose my mind. So it's not just the file that I exported. It's just using QuickTime to record my screen for some reason makes iMovie not want to work anymore. It just said, well, fuck you. I'm sick of this shit. I'm not helping you make your videos. So I have one last idea. This is all that my brain can do, okay? Maybe I'm too close to the situation. I don't know. But, like, this shit is making me, like, die inside. My last idea. I am going to re-record all of those pictures. And then I'm going to upload it to YouTube privately. Maybe public if I can't download it privately. Then I'm going to download it. and then put that in iMovie because those videos work when I download a video from YouTube and put it in iMovie. And then I'm gonna try to edit this fucking video. And then after that, everything else can fuck off because I'm done. We will work on some other cartoons. I don't even want to look at the Christmas special right now. I don't even want to look at that contest announcement thing because like shit's happening this I can't even like find ways to explain this anymore. Hopefully you understand. But that is what I'm going to do. So that's the plan for right now. But this, like, I can't even edit the video. So if you see any other videos go up, that's because they're not from me recording my screen. But yeah, so I'm just gonna try this thing where I put it up on YouTube and then take it back down and all that shit. And then I'll get out that one video. And I'm just take a little break and just like step back a little bit and just try to like get some other stuff done on my computer that I have, other footage of things, and edit that. And then I'll come back to do some other videos, and we'll just keep updating you as we go along. So hopefully you guys understand. I think I've said that quite a bit now, but yes, we're gonna be working on other things. Any questions or suggestions? Help? Something? I don't know. Support? But yeah, thanks for actually sitting through this if you did. And you'll see more videos from us soon.